Booming Thunder Radio, where we groove as the spirit moves. Yeah. Drawing the honey from the rock with the righteous Reverend Doctor on Booming Thunder Radio.
Hey, welcome back, mighty friends, to the show that will never end. Yeah, it will be laced and weaved in and out. Yeah, not like a goldsmith, but like a refiner's fire, that the dross can be removed from the gold. Yeah, the impurities drawn from the burning fire above. Yea, mighty friends, that the love of the everlasting Father, yea, be upon your knees this day as we bow and pray to our everlasting Father in the name of His everlasting glory, His Son, Yehoshua, the living Word within our hearts, within our minds, yea, a longing, yea, for a birthing of a spiritual son of Israel. 2,000 years the crust of the earth has yearned for these birthings, these men of everlasting, yea, these sons of everlasting glory upon the earth, yea, not defiled by women, yea, virgins in their own way, just and true, like no other has ever been, is now, or will ever be. The longing for the temple worship, yea, at the sons of Korah, yea, if there be any left that have not worked out their salvation with fear and trembling for what they have done and what their fathers have done, that brought the great wrath that destroyed the temple for their unrighteousness, their wickedness of mystery Babylon, their words of Talmud and fences placed around their children. Yea, without such fences, the milk could not be drawn from the cow. So how lovely are your dwelling places? Do you possess? Are you a transport carrier, an everlasting mind, a TC upon the earth? Do you walk with the Ark of the Covenant in your mind? Do you walk with the 10 Commandments within your heart? Do you see the everlasting of the 3 and the 1, yea, and the 4, and the everlasting of the 8 once more? Yea, that the point would be made between 2 and 1. So how lovely are your dwelling places. Does the everlasting glory come and sit upon your mercy seat each day? Yea, rising up each morning with the hope of glory upon your shoulders. Yea, the very government of everlasting, beckoning to all the remnant of the earth. Yea, to make yourselves known in a mystery. Yea, that only you and the Father, yea, and all the sons of everlasting will be made known. Yea, each of us will be made known to understand these mysteries. O Lord, O mighty Yahovah, of all the hosts of heaven and all the angels of heaven, yea, and all the heaven upon the earth. My soul longed and even yearned for the courts of mighty Yahovah. My heart and my flesh sing for joy to the living God. Yea, the bird also has found a house, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young. Even your altars, O mighty Yahovah of hosts, my King Yehoshua, and my God, yea, mighty Yahovah. How blessed are those who dwell in your house. They are ever praising you. Selah. How blessed is the man whose strength is in you, in whose heart are the highways to Zion. O mighty Yahovah, our God of hosts, hear our prayers. Give ear, O God of Jacob. Selah. Behold our shield, O mighty Yahovah, and look upon the face of your anointed. For a day in your courts is better than 1,000. Yea, the word withheld by the wise. Yea, that the foolishness of this world would be baffled. Yea, by these mysterious words of truth, a snare entangling the unrighteous forever as they go down this highway to Death Valley. And do they dare stop and repent at the sign? Or do they blast right on by, gunning it right out front? Their loud pipes, yeah, removing the peace from the land, yeah, corrupting their very probate minds. I would rather stand at the threshold of the house of my God than dwell in the tents of wickedness. For mighty Yahovah is a sun and shield. Mighty Yahovah gives grace and glory. No good thing does he withhold from those who walk uprightly. Isaiah 60, 19 and 20. Psalms 34, 9 and 10. March forth, mighty Hanukkah warrior, and slay the beast within your heart with these very words of Isaiah. Yea, and David, the beloved one. O Lord of hosts, mighty Jehovah, creator of all the earth, by the hand of his willing Son, Yehoshua, the first temple light, the one who comes and, as a wise master builder, crafts your very heart and your very mind, that the mercy seat of everlasting, yea, could come forth, that the Father would rest in your tent of meeting, and you and the Son, Yehoshua, the everlasting light in New Jerusalem deep inside, would illuminate the Father, yea, and his mercy seat within your heart and mind, and he would suddenly come upon you, and you would not be your own anymore. You would belong to him. Oh, how blessed is the man who trusts in you, mighty Jehovah, in the teaching, in the everlasting, yea, a gift of life for all. Yea, the Torah and the mystery, let their eyes be opened, mighty Father. Yea, let the sons of Korah, yea, be righteous once more. Are there any left upon the land? Or has the land consumed them all? Sing for joy to God, our strength. Shout joyfully to the God of Jacob. Raise a song, strike the timbrel, the sweet-sounding lyre with the harp. Blow the trumpet at the new moon, at the full moon, on our feast day. For it is a statute for Israel, an ordinance of the God of Jacob. He established it for a testimony in Joseph, when he went throughout the land of Egypt. I heard a language that I did not know. I relieved his shoulder of the burden. His hands were freed from the basket. You called in trouble. Yea, and mighty Jehovah's son Yehoshua rescued you. He answered you in the hiding place of thunder. I proved you at the waters of Meribah. Selah. Hear, O my people, and mighty Yehoshua will admonish you. O Israel, if you would listen to us, let there be no strange God among you, nor shall you worship any foreign god. Yea, the everlasting glory of the living Word in a man's heart. It brings God upon the tabernacle of your mind, who brought you up from the land of corruption, mystery Babylon, the Nile River of Egypt. Open your mouth wide and let Yehoshua fill it with the Father's words of everlasting life. Oh, but our people did not listen to the voice of Yehoshua. They listened to a pact made with hell itself. Sheol, the sons of Korah, consumed alive. Let it be not again. Let it dare not be thrust upon Israel again for their wickedness, their withering hands. Open your mouth wide, like a little bird that the little mama can feed the little baby bird. Having chewed the cud, and placed within the open, the mouth wide open, that it could be filled. But our people did not listen to the voice of mighty Yehoshua, and did not obey mighty Yehovah's son. So I gave them over to the stubbornness of their own heart, to walk in their own devices for these past few days. Oh, that the people of Israel would listen to the everlasting glory, the living word in a man's heart and mind, that Israel would walk in the way, the truth, and live the life everlasting upon the earth. In this moment, this very day, as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as if this very day. Oh, that the people of Israel would listen, that Israel would walk along the narrow way. We would quickly subdue their enemies and turn our hand against their adversaries. Those who hate mighty Yehovah would pretend obedience to him, and their time of punishment would be forever. But let us, would we feed you with the finest of the wheat, and with honey from the rock? Let us satisfy each of you. Mighty Father, let your everlasting glory, the living word within our man's heart and mind, manifest and remove the scales from their eyes at the burning of the tabernacle within. The blazing of the fire, of the 12 unhewn stones, the spiritual tribes of Israel, the cunningness, of the craft that cannot see the frequency of everlasting. The formula is too simple for their complex minds to grasp. Relax. Float downstream. And Mare Ahovah would reveal his everlasting glory upon your heart and mind. The sun, a heart of gold, yea, a precious blood blowing like the wind, yea, flowing like the blood through our heart and through our mind. That each of us in the fourth watch would dare to walk upon the water, the living water of the Word, and walk out upon having our vessels filled with golden anointing oil, our faith, yea, God's goodness upon each breath and step we take. Let us walk out, each of us, not slave, not man, not woman, not Jew, not Gentile, not angel, not even a carnal man or wife. Let us go as two, as one, the everlasting glory, the living word in a man's heart, yea, bound in the mind of heaven, of the woman this man loves upon the earth. That his faithfulness to this woman would bring heaven upon the earth. His forgiveness of this woman, yea, all the wickedness of his own doing upon himself and his own family, yea, unknown, hacking our way through the reed, yea, that all the robins, all the red-breasted ones who hear, yea, and the eagles that soar upon the mountain, yea, let each one receive the cud this very day, that they can chew upon it and sing Hallelujah, Jehovah, Hallelujah, Yehoshua, our King. Yea, I hope you felt the frequency. I hope you'll be groovy as you walk in everlasting moments along each passerby. An everlasting moment for each one. Yea, that you would place your right hand upon their heart and give them all you have been given, the willingness to love the truth more than your next breath. For when you love the truth more than anything else, which is the Word, living and breathing, sharper than any double-edged sword, a flame of fire from a man's mouth, as honey drips from his lips, a king upon the earth like no other, nor will ever be. Yea, these elders throw their crowns and profess how holy, yea, our mighty Father is, and the everlasting sun in our hearts, blazing in our minds. Yea, let the hairs upon our heads, yea, turn from a dark black lock along each side. Yea, let them be silver. Yea, let the grayness be turned to silver. Let their locks be sevenfold. Yea, let the 7,000 hidden upon the earth, each one a wise master builder, with cunningness beyond compare of any mortal man upon the earth. For they have been divinely and miraculously made for this moment in time, that these humble bond servants, these wise master builders, yea, let them build the fortress, yea, that the tribulation, the Father's reckoning upon the wicked of the world, those that bring dishonor, yea, to the living word in a man's heart, yea, that he may thrust the everlasting upon his mind, the heaven and the earth, two as one. So what will you do when two become one, and you walk radiant and magnificent in the garden, yea, with the living word, Yehoshua, yea, the sure mercies of David within your heart, the tabernacle of the beloved in your mind, the mercy seat of everlasting, yea, that Yahovah himself, the Spirit, yea, the everlasting one, would come and sup with you, and his Son, in only a moment in time, the Father alone knows. Not I, not the ewes, nor the sheeps, yea, the lovely bouncing ones on the green pasture. Let us lay down by the still water this day and chew the cud in the tabernacle of the beloved David. Yea, let the unhewn stone bring forth a burning within our hearts and minds, that the fleshly nature, the carnal mind would be burned away. Yeah, and nothing left when daylight comes. Yeah, let your day be blessed, that the kingdom of heaven and the Father's name would be sanctified by your lips, yea, before the eyes of blind men, that their hearts could be made known to you by the word you speak, if they are a disciple of the word, or if they love the lie inherited by their father more than the truth of the living word in their hearts and minds. Yea, let this day be the day that the seed enters in. Yea, a mustard seed. Yea, even the greatest of all the herbs, that all the fowls of the earth would come and roost in its branches and be transfigured in the mighty Yahovah of everlasting's perfect time, when he alone sends his Son, Yehoshua, the true, the knowable God of Israel, that reveals the Father. No man comes to the Father, mighty Yahovah, without first, yea, having the Son of everlasting, the first temple light revealed in the New Jerusalem deep inside, and together two as one building the unhewn stone and the tabernacle of David in the hearts and minds of those who love the everlasting, who are the everlasting upon the earth, that walk in heaven, yea, that see and taste the salt upon the lips, yea, as honey, the sweetness of their great delight, yea, that the word of everlasting would go in and it would burn in their belly, and the carnal nature that warring with the everlasting Father would reside outside the camp. Yea, let it be poured out as scotch and as the dregs of all the Mogan David wine.